what is it? Is it the T I'm like that or just my regular name?
I see. Yeah, it's on there. I saw. Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
Let's click the party. Go to the PlayStation party. Click watch broadcast.
Will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Waiting for your peer to resume online games. Come on. Yes, sir. Mute my mic.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there.
Go on YouTube.
Get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
T_I'm
Thomas
like
there on the tackle. Defensively,
this show, I see it show. I get one person to cap me
like
watching.
someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
You know you can take the comments off the screen right
there. Running back out of the backfield. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Press the hold the middle button, go to broadcast, and go to broadcasting.
Cousins from the gun on third. Going deep for Dick. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Fuck.
And now the 49ers signal for a time.
Broadcast settings. I see advanced settings. Was that message to spectators? Oh, message display. Yeah, okay, I see it.
So 3 plays already, first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They try again with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Cousins to throw it. Escaping the feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
Yes, sir. Turn it loose.
Goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Real life team?
I already know.
That's 6.
That's 6 from old number 3 out there.
They'll run for the first time. It's Tevin Coleman. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman.
Man, I'm not about to play with dude.
In that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, popped back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that.
I mean, if I can ask somebody something loud.
Super Bowl in play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta, and that was a 28-3 game. That lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself, so if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's
get out of there.
3-man rotation at tailback.
Get out of there.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman taking it in.
This nigga comment again.
Able to strike first first here in this opening quarter. Well, he only
They
needed
marked it
2
coming.
yards. It was 3rd and 2, but he found a way to make the Red Sea part.
And remember, it's 3rd and 2. In the NFL, that's
I'm
not
looking at this
automatically
nigga
running down.
Zion
Most of the
Monty
time,
Clark.
it's
This
a
nigga got
passing
catches
play.
you wrong with
So
that.
in this case, now they're probably loosened up just a little bit, thinking pass. They hit him with the run, and boy, did they hit him big. Is he still going?
Cam, you don't even play my team like that.
That's it.
You know what? Get this card, though.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it's
taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 59 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check three.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Arnie. Hey, Ken. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2nd and 5 now. Cousins, and this is Cook with the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Get in the weight room. Check safety, check safety. 21. Right there. 54.
From the 29, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. George Kittle, the All-Pro, 85 catches, over 1,000 yards this year. Maybe the most memorable play, that face mask tugging catch in the final minute of the win in New Orleans, Charles.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it was a 4th and short. He catches the ball and continues downfield with what felt like 8 or 9 guys on top of him. But as you noted, the most important part was the face mask that was grabbed, and he just kept going. That is George Kittle. But he's almost been
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An explosive 38-yard pickup. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's complete to Diggs. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I pop.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to air one out.
Oh, my fucking God, bro.
For a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
This nigga just caught this bitch in goddamn quadruple coverage.
Real life right there,
This nigga Cap always gonna compare it to him.
Yeah, boo. He caught that shit.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Ooh, doing prayer. He could have been close his eyes like Jimmy D in the Super Bowl.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. Field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
21. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. They will run again with Coleman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Yes, sir, D.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Harrison, damn.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Right there, 54, right there.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Hey,
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we
Right.
have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This nigga can't.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo, man open. It's Goodwin. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. And Diggs has it. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. 1st down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He let go of it?
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Fuck, I ain't want to score that quick.
Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This field at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Order the SSDS server needed. You need the latest Madden 20 pack. I didn't get update. Oh, I'm just on this shit this morning.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun.
Oh, he
He
went
is
fumble.
met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Cousins.
Yes, sir, Bosa.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point
play
in
when
the
I need
game.
you,
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Exit.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Coleman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
GG, bro.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Epic Marquise went stupid.
Things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
and nigga. Fuck you, stupid. Fact. Hey, Boo said fuck you.
For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long.
Facts. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Bro, try to, bro. Run it. Run that bitch. Control the clock. Score that motherfucker. Throw that bitch when you got to. That what Jimmy G bitch ass was supposed to do in the Super Bowl. That he still threw 2 picks though. That's the thing. That's the only. That's really what like. Boo got 2 turnovers. I didn't have none. And one of his turnovers was a pick 6, so that one of his touchdowns off of that shit. Nah, the first one, I knew what to do on this shit because I saw when Boo dropped down and he had Harrison Smith. I knew he was gonna make Harrison Smith run with Kittle on a drag. So I'm like, fuck it. It's cause I be in bunch. You can't, bro. When you in bunch, you can't jam. You can't get no hands on them niggas because you don't know where they going. You got, yeah. When you in bunch, it's hard to jam because you got niggas. Think about it. You got to go inside out. So niggas don't really just. Shit, me, you, nobody else watching the game did. But think, bro, Kirk Cousins ain't making that throw, bro. On some real life shit, Kirk Cousins not making that throw. On the run of what? Facts, bro. Now if you would have said Lamar, Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Rodgers, I would have charged it to the game. He probably finna pop up. That nigga Mark so funny in these comments. That nigga said, write down, somebody got to play some defense. Uh-oh, let's go. This shit crazy.
That nigga good to work.
Yeah. I had the what's his name, bro. Once I got Dalvin out of getting out of his rhythm, I was straight. That's what I'm saying. He could take, but you had 2 turnovers. You got 2 turnovers. He controlled that shit on all. He was your second lead receiver though. That nigga had 37 yards catches, 37 yards, 7 catches and a touchdown, and then he had 91 rushing. But Diggs. His acceleration helped him so much, and Sherm not fast on here. So like if you don't get some type of pressure with Sherm gonna be he a demon in zone. But anytime you put that nigga, yeah, he ain't fast on some shit. So like if I leave Sherm over there on Diggs on the island, I'm expecting pressure to get there. And sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. But Sherm came up with a big play for me when I left him in man, and he was in that nigga hip, and I just played through his hands on it. But I mean, that's some real life shit. Sherm do that though. That been Marquise.
He should have caught that one though.
Bro, but look.
I would have caught that shit real life.
Cap,
bro. You supposed to catch that shit and then fall down with it.
Cap, this how I look at it. I feel like
that really was a touchdown for real though.
Yeah,
he caught it, took like 3-4 steps and then dropped it like.
And went, Cap, but this how I look at it though. Cap, but this how I look at it. They had to give me that back from that bullshit ass touchdown that nigga caught before half, bro. Bro, come on. In quadruple coverage, and I'm sitting there playing. I'm playing the ball. This nigga Diggs jumped up like Calvin Johnson.
He jumped up and caught. Nobody else jumped with him though.
He was holding that bill. That's why I was trying to strip that motherfucker.
We only here with 3 people.
That nigga was running it. It be certain niggas. LaShawn always told that bitch like that. Whew. Cap, that nigga D Ford went crazy. That nigga had 7 tackles, a tackle for loss, and 2 sacks. Boo was overplaying the fuck out of some of the runs. Then and leaving the cutback was open. Boo, bro, that nigga Boo was coming down ready to rake shit. Boo was coming down there trying to punish a nigga. I was in the cutback lane and spraying. Shit, my nigga Telvin still gave me 206 and 2 tubs. You hear me? Man, I put either one of them bitches in, Coleman, Burrito, or Mosa, cause they got Coleman in the best back for him. He got but like he the slowest. It's crazy. He the slowest one, and he got a 93 in speed. Cause Burrito a 95 and Mosa a 94. And all them niggas, bro, that shit. Them niggas, it's crazy how this shit is though, cause them niggas, all of them the same. Like I think Mostert and Burrito both 82s, Kelvin and Coleman 83. He had to go to work. Yeah. Shit, I'll be back on this bitch in about.
And double up the next piece.
I'll be back on this bitch in about an hour. I'm finna go to the gym. Facts.